Using the yarn tail from the sleeve, you'll join the underarm stitches of the sleeve and the body by grafting them, so the end result will look seamless. This technique is also known as the Kitchener stitch. Your grafting yarn will follow the path here, beginning at the right, weaving through the upper underarm stitches from the sleeve and the lower underarm stitches from the body, one by one to look like a row of knit stitches. The teal parts show the visible parts of your grafting yarn, while the yellow shows what is on the wrong side of your knitting. Start with the yarn tail you're using to graft with on the right. The upper and lower sets of underarm stitches should be slipped onto the two ends of a circular needle or two straight needles as long as they are aligned with both needle tips pointing to the right. Begin by running your yarn under the strand at the upper right as shown. Then run your needle under the strand at the lower right edge and through the next stitch on the lower needle purlwise. Now run your needle under the strand at the upper right edge and then through the next stitch on the upper needle knitwise. Next, run your needle under the strand at the lower right edge and through the next stitch on the lower needle purlwise. Repeat these last two steps, going under the upper edge strand and through the next stitch on the upper needle knitwise, then going under the lower edge strand and through the next stitch on the lower needle purlwise. Repeat these two steps across all the underarm stitches. After the last upper stitch is used, finish by running the needle under the strand at the lower right edge and then under the strand at the lower left side of the opening as shown. Then run the needle under these two top strands and back down as shown to close up the last grafting stitch. Now, if I see any holes remaining, I close them up by running the yarn along the same path as any stitch that will tighten things up. I can also use the needle to gently tighten any stitches that were stretched out by redistributing the slack along the adjacent stitches until things look more even. Now I will go back with a new strand of yarn to fix any holes on the right end. As with the left side, I'll run the yarn along the path of existing stitches that can be tightened up to shrink the holes, or I'll mend in a way that will look like a knit stitch. It's a little bit of trial and error to see what looks best. I will again use the needle to gently redistribute the slack of any stretched out stitch along its adjacent stitches. I'm basically using a few duplicate stitches here and there to tighten up any holes until I like how it looks. Done! A seamless finish.